What's going on, gentlemen? It's your boy E-Man coming to you from the Bronx. Currently still at work right now, but today's topic I wanted to talk about a life of service or a life of freedom. Mgtow. Now, not a lot of you are aware that the Mgtow movement is becoming larger and larger and larger. In fact, when I first ran into the Mgtow movement, I was really impressed and inspired by what many of these men were talking about because I've kind of known this subconsciously. I've known this for a very long time. I've known that women are very manipulative, women are very controlling, women are very possessive, especially women that come from my mother's background, Dominican Republic. They're very, very possessive, very materialistic. And as I grew older as a man, I started seeing a lot of my friends that made the mistake of getting married, especially at a young age, from 25 to and a little bit over that. Uh, Start living their lives not on what they wanted to do or what their goals were or improving their life. Rather, they took the life of service. Now, what do I mean by service? I'm not talking about like military service. I'm not talking about serving your community, serving, a higher call than yourself, and which is nothing wrong with that, guys. That's always a fulfilling thing to do if that's what it is you want to do. But what I mean by service is that a lot of these guys, they're stuck in their own personal life, meaning that they usually have a hard time leaving an occupation. They usually have a hard time making decisions for themselves, and they usually have a hard time saving money to build some type of cushion so that they can go and explore or even advance their skills so they can become more employable or even become an employer themselves. So what happens with these guys is they get with women that are extremely needy, that do not do much. Therefore, the responsibilities roll over to the man. So what happens when a man, especially in this economy when inflation is 3% per year and every year you're losing value in your income, but at the same time you're not necessarily making more income to keep up with inflation. What usually happens, and when usually I see what happens with some of the guys that I know, is that they end up working more than one job. I have a friend that he's a good guy, but he's working 7 days out the week. He's excuse the announcement. He's working his regular full-time job, which he hates. He's working his side gig, which he loves. But anytime you do something that you love, because you have to do it, it doesn't necessarily become something you love anymore. You kind of view it as an obligation, a responsibility, something that you need to be doing. So therefore, you kind of lose interest in it. So he's working, as DJ, and then he's working delivering food for Uber Eats, and he's working all these jobs, and you could tell that he's getting extremely stressed out. I mean, I talked to the guy, and I don't mean just to use him as an excuse, but he's like one of the worst people that I see in a marriage. And he knows it, he just doesn't admit it to me, but he knows it. I have another friend that, he's in a relationship. He just had a kid with her, and he doesn't really have time to do anything. I mean, he constantly has to ensure his wife. He constantly has to be responsible for the kids. And, the way I see it, guys, man, what's the purpose of being with a woman if she can't control certain aspects of the relationship? I mean, if I'm the man and I'm out making the income to provide for the family, well, why can't she be able to provide a good home, maintain the kids. A lot of women say it's really hard to take care of a kid, and you know what it is. It could be really draining, but at the same time, it's really draining getting up and going to a 40-hour work week or even more, and a job you're not really happy being at. You know, you while the wife is at home, probably talking a whole bunch of nonsense on the phone and telling the kid to be quiet or feed it or give it some milk. You're out here dealing with a bunch of people that, it's probably getting on your nerves. So if you ask me, man, it's not such an even exchange. I mean, they both have their downs and ups. But the purpose of Mgtow is to inform men, hey, listen, you don't necessarily have to go down that route. You don't have to necessarily be living a life of service to someone else's happiness. Here's what happens when you live a life of service to a woman's happiness. Don't get caught up in that mindset that what makes a real man is making your woman happy. Because if you get caught up with that mindset, you are forever going to be unhappy. Because it doesn't matter what you do. Eventually, your wife or your girlfriend one day will ask you for something that you're going to find really difficult to do. And when you don't do this, it doesn't matter if you've been the most greatest boyfriend or husband for a whole year. It doesn't matter if you sacrificed most of your joys, most of your hobbies. It doesn't matter at all. That day that you decide to be selfish and go to the bar with your friends or something, or not spend that $100 on something that she wants that's stupid, but on something that you want, that you feel that it's valuable, you are going to be the bad guy. She's going to be mad at you. She's going to catch fits. You cannot let that control your decisions. You cannot let that control your life. You need to be able to stand up for yourself and run shit. Guys, you don't have to go down that route. You don't have to believe in that in order to be a real man. You need to have a wife and kids. You don't need to believe that you're selfish because you work hard and you want to save your money and you want to progress and you want to establish goals in your life. You don't need to believe that in order to live a happy, fulfilled life, you need to have a wife. That's absolutely propaganda. That's absolute bullshit. If that was the case, there would not be 50% divorce rate in the country. Okay? Right now, like I mentioned in some of the videos, if you're not subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe. Please give a thumbs up. And check out some of my other videos. I have about 2 other videos that I just started making videos and broadcasting my opinions and my mindset on Mgtow. Look at the other videos, and I talk about how marriage is a 50% divorce rate, 50% success. And that's 50% success on the men that actually stay in the marriage because it's cheaper to keep her. I don't know if any of you brothers ever heard of that. But sometimes it's cheaper to keep her. But you do not have to fall to these circumstances, especially you guys that are under 30. Guys, this is your time right now. This is your time to make as much mistakes as you possibly can. So then for in the future, you have some type of establishment. Things are getting rough out here, guys. And the only way you're going to be able to live a fulfilled life is by making those mistakes that's going to get you to where it is you want to be. And it's really difficult to do that when you have a woman that you're constantly trying to please. So when you live that life of service, you're not servicing yourself. You're servicing her. And when you service her, she's going to dig you down in a hole. Whether that's an emotional hole because she's not allowing you to see your friends, or she's not allowing you to see your family because everything around her is about her friends, her family, and you have to accept that. She's going to drag you down the hole financially because she doesn't know how to not emotionally spend. I mean, we all emotionally spend, but men kind of do it less, in my opinion. you know, she's gonna drag you down that way, or she's just gonna drag you down by being miserable herself, and she's just gonna drag you down that way. So guys, listen, man, do not fall into that trap. Okay? If you meet a girl and you're having sex with her and it's good, that's great. Keep it that way. Alright? Do not, I repeat, do not let her force you into getting married. You gotta understand something. Especially older women. When they reach their 25s to 30s, they know their market value is going down. Guys, I'm 30 years old. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I'm still going out and still meeting women from all ages. Women younger than me, women older than me. We age as fine wine. As long as you take care of yourself mentally and physically, you'll be able to always have the opportunity to get women. Women, on the other hand, do not have the same option we do. As they age, they devalue in the market. As we age, we become more established financially, more established mentally, more established physically, as long as we take care of ourselves. And overall, things start to go good. And you can always work on your condition, and you can always work on your learning skills. Women, on the other hand, they can always work on their condition, and they can always work on their learning skills. But as time goes, they devalue. Their whole reproductive system goes down the drain. Us, however, it doesn't work like that. Don't let the feminist movement brainwash you into believing that you ain't shit as a man, and the only way you are a man is by pleasing a woman, because that's absolute nonsense. Guys, it's your boy E-Man. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, share the video, comment. I want to know what you guys think about. I want to know what you guys think I should improve on. And again, I'm starting off. I'm going to learn how to edit more videos. Maybe starting my own weblog and write some articles. And again, I'm here for you guys, man. I want to see men do good. I want to see men grow. And I want to see men be the best they possibly can be, because that inspires me to be the best I can possibly be. So guys, take care. Subscribe. Peace.